everyone, how's it going? Hope you guys are doing really well. Welcome to another Sims 4 speed build. First off, I want to apologize for the kind of like dodgy beginning part of this video with me building the shell. Once again, I completely forgot to start recording as I was like building the shell. So I kind of done like a really bad stop motion thing. It's not, I know how to do the like proper stop motion, but it's so time consuming, and because I focus a lot on my main channel instead, this is just a bit of fun doing like sim stuff for me. I didn't really have the time to do a proper stop motion, so I just got rid of all the walls and just like undone them all. That's why it was just like really quick. I do apologize. As always, this build will be on the gallery. So this is a little kind of like townhouse that I wanted to build. I wanted to build a sort of townhouse type house for a little while. I have a bunch of like ideas on houses that I want to do, and that especially I get a lot from Pinterest as well. I get a lot of inspiration from there sometimes, as well as just like, I don't know, just like walking about, any kind of like pictures you see, anything like that. I always think that there could be really good Sims build designs. I haven't got round to do a lot of the designs that I want to do, just because, like I say, I focus a lot more on my main channel. This is just a bit of fun, but there are so many designs that I wish I could do. I wish I could like build stuff in The Sims while I'm like asleep, or just like with my mind. It'd be so much easier, and I'd have so many builds done. So yeah, I really wanted to do a sort of townhouse type thing. Sort of, I don't really know what the real inspiration was it for, but I really wanted this idea of having like a garage underneath, and then you have like stairs, so the second floor of the house is technically the first floor, if that makes sense. I actually think people class first floors sometimes as ground floors or whatnot, but the ground floor to this house is like a utility room, a garage, and a bedroom. Then the second floor is a living room, kitchen area, and then the top floor is a bathroom and 2 bedrooms. So it's a 3-bedroom house. I decided to go for 2 parents, 2 children, or teenagers, whatever you fancy. I think I give this one more towards teenagers, a girl and then a boy. The boy has the room downstairs, which it's actually quite a cool little room. I would love it if it was like my house. Like, that'd be such a cool place to hang out and do stuff. So I do a little bit of landscaping. I do not mess with the terrain tool a lot, and I really think that I want to try to mess with it a little bit more. I have another build after this where I messed with it a little bit, and I didn't completely like cover the whole ground in foliage and plants and stuff like that, and that house is actually a really cool one. That one's a small house. I'm kind of like on the bigger side of small, but it fits in the like tiny living category of like the small home, which I'm really excited about that one. But this one I wanted to do a little bit of terrain work, just like underneath the stairs, and that make it a little bit more bushy and stuff like that. I do change the shape of the house only slightly. I bring the front out a little bit to make it a little bit bigger to fit in the car and the room downstairs that I do decide to do, because I thought that for the size of the house, for it being a 2-bedroom, it's a little bit kind of stingy. So I did definitely want to add in a 3rd bedroom, which is what I do. So yeah, I end up doing that, and then the first floor is literally just like a really big open living room kitchen area, and I really like this design for the house. I definitely would use it for one of my Sims, like a family sim or something like that, but I have this thing, I just hate really playing in houses that have more than one level. I don't know what it, especially if I have multiple Sims, I don't know. I really normally like to play with like 3 Sims maximum, and then 1 Sim is like my ideal. But I do love the building and just building different style houses with different amounts of people, if that makes sense. That obviously makes sense, like family, homes, children, all those kind of good stuff. So yeah, I was just putting in the stairs for the upstairs leading from the living room. I didn't know how to have it. The way I decide to have it, there's kind of like this empty space kind of like in the corner as you enter the house, and I was thinking to myself that I could use that as a as like the dining area place, but I decided not to do that because the dining table wasn't fitting there how I wanted it to, because I wanted a dining table big enough to fit 4 people. You can add chairs on the ends of the table if you guys have guests or more Sims or whatever. And I mean, it goes without saying, obviously you can download this house, you can completely change the style of it, the layout, whatever. Just like, I love it when you guys like the builds that I do. So yeah, getting off a bit of a tangent there, I apologize. So I was doing the kitchen, and I use the Parenthood kind of like kitchen pack stuff. This is where I was trying to fit in the table for the, you know, like the eating table, dining table, that's the thing, and I was trying to do it so that 4 people would be able to sit around it, but I just really wasn't liking it there. I think it fits okay if you don't mind having it kind of squished and the chairs being like glitched into the wall when the Sims sit down on that, but I decided to have it kind of like more onwards from the kitchen and then going into the living room area. It's just a very nice big open space, which I quite like. And then the space where I was trying to put the dining room table, I actually end up making it kind of like just a little seating area where maybe like you can chill out, and if like your Sims do have like younger kids or whatever, it could be like a small little kids play area type thing. But I really like how this living room kitchen diner turned out. I think it looks super cute. And then upstairs you have the parents' bedroom, and I done the teen girls' bedroom. The parents' bedroom is pretty large, and when I was doing that, I really wanted it to be like a sanctuary place for the parents. So I was going to put like in a little sofa and stuff like that. But the room, I don't know, I just really wasn't liking it. So I just ended up putting in some storage and then the kind of like a walk-in wardrobe area place. So it was like tucked out of the way and stuff. It's a very big room, but I feel like they're the parents. I feel like they deserve to have like the big room and stuff like that. And then the teen girls room, I just put in a single bed in there. And then the boys room, which is downstairs, I end up putting in 2 single beds for that, but it's supposed to be for like just like 1 Sim, but it looked nicer to me like that. Although I think they're rough. No, I think the boys' bedroom is a little bit bigger than the girls'. So I'm slightly finishing off the kitchen. I like the fact that, oh sorry, just hit my microphone. I like the fact that you have the kind of like plain walls with the trim to sort of like match up with the kitchen kind of like tiled walls. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. But I decided to do the Parenthood walls all the way around, and then you can see the little kind of like really cute bright seating area that I decided to do in the corner. I was aiming that more towards if anybody downloads the house and they want to like swap out the furnitures that are in the girls and boy rooms for like younger kids, either toddlers or just like children or whatever. That kind of like bright area just gives them a really nice place to like chill out and play, and you can put like some toys down there and stuff like that. I thought that was really cool if that was something that somebody wanted to do, to completely kind of like redecorate the 2 kids' bedrooms and stuff like that. But still, it's just a nice seating area for anyone to sit down, and somewhere a little bit different if you just want to like read a book and not sit in front of the TV or stuff like that. Maybe it's a place where the kids could do their homework and stuff. So I'm just putting in a bunch of little knick-knack stuff for the kitchen and everything like that, making it look a little bit more homey. I always try to make sure I leave at least one counter space like completely empty, just to make sure that the Sims have somewhere to prepare their food on. But normally they always put like their prepared food underneath one of the decorations that I put in. So like for this one, I feel like if I was to use it for my Sims, they'd put like the food plates where like the bread bin is, or the like popcorn maker or stuff like that. I think I put in the popcorn maker. It's either that or the ice cream maker. But I just thought family stuff. I didn't know what to do on that wall. I think I don't end up putting anything there. I do end up putting in a little bin, and I just want to make sure I put in some shoes and like a little mat for the people to come in and wipe their feet before they go into the living room and all that kind of good stuff. So the girls' room, you can see on the side I use the really like bright dotty orange wallpaper. The bathroom, it's kind of large. I use a shower bath combo just because, you know, it's got to fit 4 Sims. I thought that it was the best thing to do. And then we have kind of like a little separate toilet area. I don't know how I feel about having the toilet straight as you walk through the door, but I like the rest of how the bathroom was laid out, so I just decided to leave it. I do try to move around the bathroom counters and that, because I thought about having the sink underneath the windows, which I thought would be a really cool thing, but then I decided against it, and I preferred the way that I had it before, because I was trying to fit in one of the like little cupboards that has like the already decorative stuff in it, like toilet rolls and towels and stuff like that. But I decided against it and decided to just go with what I had before. And then I do put in some blinds and stuff, and I kind of like walled off the bathtub, so it's got like the one entrance and one exit, as I kind of like that because it kind of like closes it off a bit and it's not like super open. Now that I'm thinking about it, I feel like if you use the shower that come with the the university pack, the kind of like just open shower, putting 2 walls like that and then putting that shower in, it will give the illusion of having like a walk-in shower, which is actually really freaking cool. I definitely might do that for a build that I do in the future or whatnot, kind of like a little wet room type thing. I think that that's really cool. So the girls' room, I decided to go for the pink and grey circles instead. I don't know why. That's one of the kind of like wall paint swatches, papers, whatever you want to call it, that I really like. And this room, choosing the wallpaper in that, normally I kind of just go off of the wallpaper as to what kind of other colours I would have in the room. So this room does have a lot of greys and pinks and stuff, and that bed is just like perfect for this room. I absolutely love it. So this one has just like a single bed, and then, like I said, the downstairs room bedroom that I done for the boy has like 2 single beds put together. I made sure I put down some like makeup stuff, lots of girly things, some like homework. She's got her own laptop and a little desk to sit at and stuff like that. My kind of like perfect thing for Sims bedrooms would be like a place for them to watch, kind of like your own little house in your room, if that makes sense. So you have like a TV, you have like the computer, the bed, and a little seating area. I feel like you could definitely do that. I was thinking about doing that partly for the parents' room as well, for them to like just chill out, but I decided to go against it. So I'm just picking out a bed and the wallpaper and stuff that I would have for the parents' bedroom. It's a lot more muted, kind of like the living room a little bit, apart from the little bright area. Just because parents want like chill out in their rooms and whatnot, so I made the room a lot more muted and everything like that. I decided to put in, like I said, the walk-in kind of like wardrobe thing, and then the parents' bedroom just had so much space, and that's when I was thinking about putting in like a little seating area for them to like just chill out and stuff like that, but it wasn't really working how I wanted it to. And then I thought about putting in like a little desk for the parents to work out and stuff like that, and then I kind of just went completely against it, and I was just like, no, I don't want that. Just like a big kind of minimalist room with some pictures on the wall. I decided to not put those pictures on the wall because I felt like they looked a little, I don't know, they just didn't look right to me, so I decided to take them down. But I put in some like chest of drawer units and then some other like little units opposite the bed, but I do put like a little plant pot and stuff like that, and a couple of little knickknacks like the aftershaves, the nail polishes, stuff like that, just to make it a tiny bit cluttered but not super cluttered. And then I had this space on the landing like hallway area, and I decided that that was kind of like a perfect place to put little like, what are they called, like certificate things and stuff like that, just to show like what the Sims have done and things like that. I thought that that was really cool. Now I do end up actually extending, like I said at the beginning of this video, the front of the house out. I think it's 1 square, so it kind of brings everything out, so that makes the parents' bedroom bigger, but there is also 2 or 3 squares that are wasted just behind the wardrobe. It's blocked off and the bathroom stays like the same size and stuff like that, so there's just like 2 squares like that that are wasted, and that also makes the landing a lot bigger. So when I extend the walls, I do end up using another counter, not like a kitchen counter, just like a, I don't know the proper name for it. I don't know the names of a lot of the stuff in The Sims, but it's like a little storage thing, like the one that's in the hallway at the moment, but it's a bigger version of it, and it just opens the area up, so it's pretty cute and nice. I do like it small, but because I decided to extend the house, because the car I felt was taking up a little bit, there wasn't enough room for me for the car to be like in the garage, like, you know, safe. It was just like butted up against the wall and the garage as well, so I decided to make that a little bit bigger, which then makes like the living room and kitchen a little bit bigger as well, which to me I really like. It's kind of like a very big open plan living room area and stuff like that. The only thing that I wasn't too sure about is it made the parents' room bigger as well, which is why then I decided to make the landing bigger and put in this other kind of like a storage table thing, chest, and I kept the kind of like certificate things above that because again I thought it was just kind of cool to be like, oh, the Sims have done this, that and the other, have a little bit of a display thing. I could have put a like a little rug or something up there as well. I think that that would have been cool, but that just definitely gives me a lot more room in the garage area, which is what I was looking for because I didn't like how the car was just like squished between 2 walls. So more of a realistic theme, I guess. So going on down to the I don't want to say basement because it's not a basement, it's just like the ground floor area where the utility room is going to be. I really like the idea of this, like having a room down on like the ground floor. The room does look out onto the garden, but there's no windows that are like really intrusive, if that makes sense. So the door to this bedroom, kind of like you open the door and you can look like straight outside. I was going to put in a double bed to begin with, but I decided that the putting in 2 like smaller single beds would be like the best thing to do. The small little area that I was just working on, I was going to put like a desk there and stuff like that, and then I thought about putting a bookcase and everything just so it's kind of like a little bit more private down there, stuff like that, so you don't have to like keep going upstairs, kind of like a teen's room where they don't want to leave their room and all of that good stuff. I knew I definitely wanted a computer in this room, so I do end up getting a desk and a computer, and then the little kind of bit behind the door where I was trying to put the computer in, that I end up just putting like a chest of drawers there and some stuff so that the Sim has somewhere to change and everything like that. And I really quite like this little room. This room would definitely be something that I would totally have. It's kind of small, but it's definitely functional and it's just really cute and everything like that. I think my idea for this room was kind of like more geared towards like a gamer side of things, so just like minimalist on things, but it's definitely got the computer, a place for your sim to change, sleep, and, you know, game away, which is what all the posters and everything like that was for as well. I also put in a little mirror and a tablet on top of the drawers, and I changed out the car a couple of times because the car that I had in there, I thought it's a bit too, it's not really a family car, like you can't really fit 4 people in that comfortably. So I ended up changing that out, and I put some like bobblehead figurines and stuff inside the boys' teen room, just to make it a little bit more kind of like gamery type thing. I really like it. I love how it turned out. I love the like design of this house as well. I really like it. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of it. So I'm just adding in a couple of details around the house, like little plants and other things like that. The house, on a practical standpoint, I quite like. It's a little bit maybe weird for the kind of like person who's in the bedroom downstairs to go up to the living room and then up to the top floor to like use a bathroom or shower or stuff like that. But in essence, like, I know that there are like, sometimes there's been people who have had like bedrooms down in like basements or stuff like that. You see it on TV. I was thinking about doing it so like there was like a little bathroom downstairs, but I decided not to because of the garage and stuff like that, and I didn't really want to distort the shape of the house any more than I already had, because I was really happy with like the shape of it. So yeah, the sim who's down there is just gonna have to deal with it, you know, family stuff, family style home. And then there is a really big utility room down there, down the stairs as well. So it's kind of like you go through the utility room and then you're in like a small corridor, and then you go into the like kids room type thing, and then there is a door from the utility room leading outside to the garden. The garden I kept kind of simple. I put down some like tarmacy type flooring and just a little bit of like pebble stuff, and a place for the Sims to sit down and maybe like have a barbecue or so. A barbecue is something that I didn't actually put in this. I think before I stick this on the gallery, I will go in and put a barbecue in the garden, because I think now that I'm thinking about it, that's a really good idea, especially for like families and stuff like that. So I do end up putting a little kind of like plant bushy area in the middle of like the pathway, which I think is super cute. I go sometimes a little bit crazy with the whole making sure that the whole floor is covered, and with this build I was trying consciously not to do that, along with the build that I mentioned at the beginning of this video, which will be going up after this video at some point. I done some terrain work on that one as well, but this one I actually really like this garden. It's very simple. Sometimes I struggle with what to do with the gardens for family houses or just houses in general, and I kind of clutter them up sometimes, maybe a bit too much, not to everybody's taste. So I'm just adding in a couple of little details and stuff like that. But anyway, as always, there are some screenshots coming up at the end of this video. Thank you all so much for watching. Hit the like button, leave comments. Do not forget to subscribe if you are new. This will be on the gallery. As always, just search the tag #TigerJelly, and I will see you all in the next video. Take care. Bye.